And the ball is up, and it is controlled by Panguitch. Trapped up top. Swing it around. Nelson. And shot is no good. Putback is. And Tabitha Henry gets her first 2 of the game.
Yeah, and it started with good ball movement there for the Bobcats, getting it down to Henry on the block and then following up her own miss with the putback.
Now Escalante with a chance to respond here. And instead they're going to travel. Turnover that time on Taylor Carlisle. Not the start you want as the underdog in that first offensive possession.
Yeah, and it can be hard sometimes, too, when you're coming in with the underdog. You've got nothing to lose, but sometimes these first couple minutes you can be a little anxious.
Henry puts a spin move, pump fakes. She'll dish it outside. Cutting down low was Owens. She'll kick it back out. Henry looking around. They'll pass it around the perimeter. Owens looks down low. Double team is there, and they're going to force the ball out of bounds. It'll go to the Moquis. Back over for Escalante. They'll set up their offense. Carlisle out on the deep left wing. Pass it over to Nelson. Now cutting up is Dunton. Dunton kicks it right back over to Carlisle, who's pressured. And a 3 on the wing is in and out. No good for Raylan Roberts. Ball tipped around, and it looks like it'll go back to Panguitch.
Yeah, and a good look there for Escalante. Just couldn't get the 3 to go, but those are the shots they're going to have to make if they want to play the upset tonight.
Absolutely, and here comes Panguitch as they try to increase their 2-0 lead. Cutting it down low was Henry, who dishes it out. 3-pointer no good that time by Miller. Here comes Escalante and fast break opportunity. Out on the wing, trapped. Looking to get it out, she does. Nelson gives it right back out. Carlisle puts up the shot, it's no good. Excuse me, that was Griffin. And now in transition, Panguitch comes, layup no good. Will they get their own rebound? No. Escalante controls, Sonata Griffin gets it for the Moquis. Carlisle dishes around, finds Roberts. Now outside in the opposite wing, Nelson. She's going to throw it back out. And 3-pointer is up and no good that time for Griffin. And it'll be an air ball coming back with the Bobcats.
And Escalante playing good defense here through the first 2.5 minutes of the game, holding Panguitch to just that basket on the first possession. But other than that, neither offense has been able to get anything going so far.
What do you think the Moquis can do to get things going on the offensive side of the ball?
I think you just got to keep moving the ball around, not be afraid to take those shots when they become open, even if they are from 3.
And Panguitch, they'll decide to launch a 3 off the back iron, no good. But they'll decide to get their own rebound. It's up from Bryce Canyon City 3-point line, no good. They get a third chance look. Driving baseline, floater up, no good once again. And fighting for the ball, bodies hit the floor, but it'll be a jump. And it looks like it'll go to Escalante. So once again, another great defensive possession for the underdog.
One thing that's interesting about Escalante, I don't know, maybe this is just how it's been the season, but Maisie Dunton came in off the bench, and she's been a main piece for the Moquis for a couple of years now, and averages 14 a game. I don't know if there was something else behind the scenes with that, but she immediately gets in with a shot attempt.
Yeah, it misses, but you're definitely right. Coming in off the bench, looking to make something happen on the offensive side of the ball. Henry now dishes down low. Finds Mallory Henry for 2, and now the lead is increased to 4-0.
And that was a great dump off there down into the box for Mallory Henry to get the layup to go.
Can Escalante get on the board here? And it's stolen away from Panguitch. Henry on the fast break. She'll pick up her dribble. She'll pass it out. Now it's Miller. Miller for 3. No good off the right side. Fighting for the rebound once again, and another jump ball. This time it will stay with the Bobcats. So they're getting some open looks, but nothing really getting to drop. We're just about halfway through the first quarter, and only 2 buckets for both teams combined.
Yeah, haven't been able to get anything really going yet on the offensive end, but the Bobcats bringing in or crashing the offensive glass and getting extra opportunities.
And it looks like Escalante will take a timeout. We'll take it out with them. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by SUU on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1.
Celebrating over 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball. Providing quality concrete to Paiute, Kane, Garfield, and Wayne counties, the mudders at Garfield Ready Mix are the best around.
Welcome back to 1aball.com for State Championship Basketball. Nate Thatcher alongside Dallin Richards and Tyler Gabe as the Bobcats score another bucket. Mallory Henry now with 4 points early here in the first quarter. That was a Zions Bank timeout. For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. Bobcats lead 6-0. Escalante tried to get up a three. It's no good. Putback is, and first points come from Taylor Carlisle here in the first quarter.
And it all starts with that offensive rebound and then going right back up before the Bobcats defense could collapse.
McKenna Owens no good from the perimeter, but they'll get their own rebound. Bobcats will set up their offense. Back over to Henry. Now to Owens. They're just dishing it around the perimeter. Henry, down low. Turnaround jumper is good for Braylee Franson, her first bucket of the game.
And again, it starts with that ball movement, moving it around the perimeter until you find a hole in the paint where Franson was able to capitalize.
Now can Escalante get on the board? Just about 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Still haven't found a bucket. And that time it's no good. Missed shot that time by Maisie Dunton. She's already missed two here in the first. In transition, here come the Bobcats. Layup no good. They get their own rebound and they'll be fouled. Great recovery that time by Mallory Henry. And it looks like she'll be heading to the free throw line for two.
Tabitha Henry led the break there, and it's going to be hard to find somebody else in this tournament that runs the break and controls the game and the pace as good as Tabitha Henry. Franson wasn't able to convert on the initial layup, but it's what she does is she creates looks for her teammates, and this time it earns Mallory a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, Tabitha Henry does everything, obviously leading the Bobcats in scoring, but also adds 8 rebounds and about 4 assists a game as well for the Bobcats.
Yeah, those Henry girls are quite the duo, as now the Bobcats lead 10-2. And the ball is just thrown up down low on the baseline that time by Sonata Griffin, and it'll go out of bounds back to the Bobcats.
And it looked like Griffin thought she was going to get a foul call there, but no whistle came, and the shot was wild and out of bounds.
Now can Panguitch extend their lead? Here's Henry. And she'll hit it over to the other Henry, who misses. Here's Franson, picked up in the middle court. She'll dish it down low. Miller outside. Mallory dishes it, goes to Franson. Opposite wing Owens. She'll slash, kick it back out. Tabitha goes back down low to Mallory. Back out to Owens for Bryce Canyon City three, which is good at the buzzer. They beat the shot clock and get the three.
We haven't seen a lot of shot clock buzzer beaters. Even though the shot clock's been implemented, it's rare that it gets all the way down to 0. Pretty cool to hear the buzzer sound as it goes through.
Bobcats effectively use their half-court offense, and now they get a steal. But then it's almost stolen back by Escalante. Thrown back to the Bobcats. Henry's looking. She gets it stolen away from her. Moquis control. Here comes Escalante. Dunton's going to set up the offense. She passes over to Griffin. Griffin goes left wing. Picks up her dribble. Now passes back to Maisie. Maisie's going to get a screen. 2 screens. Moves right wing. Cuts baseline. Draws a triple team. Passes it out to her teammate. No good that time from Sonata Griffin. But it looks like it's going to stay here as it'll be off of Mallory Henry.
And Moquis here will have 10 on the shot clock on the inbound, so they'll have to get something going fairly quickly here on the inbound.
Ellie Nelson now subbing in for Sonata Griffin. Just over a minute left here in the first quarter. Bobcats lead 13-2. Panguitch was immediately on that inbound pass, but it'll stay here with the Moquis. Moquis still looking for an inbound. She throws it deep. There's absolutely nobody there, but they'll recover. It's Maisie, and she goes back and forth. Didn't see the half-court line, and that's just another turnover that you probably don't want if you're a Moquis fan.
Yeah, just unfortunate they got rushed. They almost had a 5-second violation and then had to throw it near the half-court line, and Dutton just wasn't able to stay on the half-court side.
Owens controls it up top. She's going to pass it over. Tabitha Henry's going to slash and dash. Throws up in triple team coverage. No good. Escalante controls on the rebound. Carlisle's going to bring it up for the Moquis. She's going to pass it over. Raylan for a three is no good. Tate Miller now with the rebound for Panguitch. Passes over. Henry picks up. Pivot foot. Shot no good. Ball's tipped up and around, and it's controlled once again by Escalante. Tabitha tries to get the ball back, but she'll hurry back in transition defense. Here comes Escalante, now with about 36 seconds left, about a 12-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Maisie throws up a wild shot on the right side. It's no good, but it'll stay here with Escalante.
And Dutton, they're just forcing it a little too much, trying to go up with a contested shot, just probably not the shot the Moquis want right that early into the shot clock.
Yeah, only 2 points right now for Escalante in this opening quarter, as now they have a 5-second violation on their inbound pass. As I mentioned in pregame, the Moquis have lost 15 of their last 17 games, but believe it or not, the only 2 wins came on the road.
They're road warriors. It's good for the state tournament. Win on the road and
so I guess
win a neutral side.
Yeah, I guess neutral's a little bit better, right? All right, Panguitch, shot clock's off. Let's see if they milk the clock. Take the last shot attempt. Owens thought about a three, pump fakes. Now she'll drive. Throws it over a contest, no good. Panguitch gets their own rebound. They'll kick it back out. Deep two now for Tate Miller, and it goes in.
Yeah, that was good ball movement there, and then the offensive rebound led to Miller getting the basket.
And the first quarter is over. Panguitch leads 15-2. This is state championship basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Half Marathon on 1aball.com.
Mom, we're going to Sam's.
Somebody shut the door! Ugh.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Griffin Grocery in Escalante is family owned and operated since 1967. They have a great selection of fresh produce, meats, breads, and so much more. Wishing the Moquis success in the postseason tournaments.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball on 1aball.com. Guys, I think it's time for our Fab Rats trivia question of the game.
Yeah, let's do some Fab Rats. Fab Rats is an entertaining, family-friendly YouTube channel. Ask a trivia question. Email your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com, and the winner will get a Fab Rats t-shirt from the broadcast booth at the SVC Center. The question is, what is Paul's uncle's name that lives in Havasu? His YouTube is blank old school garage.
All right, make sure to email your answer to uhsslive@gmail.com. Get that free Fab Rats t-shirt, am I right, Tyler?
Hey, we love a free Fab Rats t-shirt. Makes the day for whoever receives it. You'll want to get your hands on it.
So in that first quarter, Panguitch was a balanced scoring team. You had 5 different players put points up on the board, led by Mallory Henry, who had 6 in that opening quarter.
Yeah, and they ended the quarter on a 9-0 run. I mean, a 15-2 run on the game kind of just sums it up. But, really there's one basket at the midway point of the first quarter. And other than that, the Moquis, they really haven't even had a ton of great looks. It's just been hard to get much going offensively.
Yeah, the Bobcats defense holding strong, but that time Ellie Nelson able to get up on the board from the free throw line, the Legacy Ace hardware free throw line. Now Panguitch in their half court. Owens wide open, opposite three-pointer, no good. Escalante controls the rebound. So Bobcats have had good looks. They're still up by 12, but they could be up by more if they get those to go down.
Yeah, the Bobcats being patient, getting any of the looks they want, just not able to get some of those three-pointers to fall early.
Escalante can't do anything on offense. Great job that time, though, by Maisie Dunton to stop a transition opportunity for Panguitch. Tabitha has the ball on left wing. She'll stop, pivot, and it looks like she picked up her foot. She traveled.
Yeah, just drag that pivot foot there, trying to go into her jump shot. Officials all over it, though.
So Escalante's doing a relatively good job. I mean, 15 points is not crazy amount, but, I mean, what can you do? What kind of scheme can you drop to get your offense going?
It's hard. I think you're going to have to find a way. You don't want to get into a track meet against Panguitch, but you've got to try to pick up the pace, I think, and get baskets before the Bobcats defense gets set up.
Maisie Dunton passes it back out. Griffin, she drives baseline. She's got a lane. It's up, and it's good.
There you go. Whatever you did there, just remember it, repeat. But a good job driving inside by Griffin. And, Dunton is normally your main scorer, but you got to find a way to get everybody involved.
Owens wanted to respond. Almost a steal that time by Katie Hatch as she subbed into the game, but Escalante controls. Now they're only down 10. They could put this within single digits. Wide open, deep two. No good that time for Taylor Carlisle. Bobcats control. They'll push to the right side. Owens cutting to the basket, picks up her feet, passes it out. Mallory pump fakes. Goes up top. Hatch over to Owens. Down low, Tabitha thinks about it. Hatch, dish down low. Mallory pump fake, goes up, blocked by Maisie Dunton. What a stellar block down low. But then Katie Hatch steals it back, and she'll be fouled down low in the paint.
And it's been great defense, really, by both teams. Obviously, Panguitch yet to score here in the second quarter. And just really a matter of the Moquis just trying to find something on offense to keep them in this game.
Bobcats now looking to score. Tabitha, deep three, no good. And what a rebound that time by Raylan Roberts, who goes over the defender.
Yeah, that was impressive, getting physical down low. And, Panguitch is a big team, but that's the type of effort and attitude that you've got to have.
McCall Dunton is trying to find something down low. Throws a wild pass out of bounds. It'll go back to Panguitch. Interesting thing about the Bobcats, they're the second seed this year, but they didn't even place last season and finished with a 12-13 record. What a turnaround for these guys.
Yeah, they had a super young team last year, so a lot of returning experience really paid off in the regular season, and they're hoping it pays off here in the postseason.
Hatch now driving. Mid-range jumper, banks it in, and that's the first bucket for Katie Hatch here in the second quarter. Here comes Escalante. Griffin. And quite about every player is on the opposite side of the court right now, a little bit congested. Maisie's got it out on the wing. She tosses it back out to McCall. And it looks like we got a timeout that's going to be called by Escalante. We'll take it with him. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Zions Bank on KSLSports.com.
When it comes to traditions, at the top of the list has to be a stop at Henry's Drive-In on Highway 89 in Panguitch for a hot and juicy chubby cheeseburger and an order of homemade onion rings. From the amazing crew at Henry's, they wish all teams success.
Joe Dolan Auto Body is a proud supporter of Paiute High School athletics. Located in Cirqueville, Joe Dolan Auto Body can help with dents, scratches, paint jobs, and more. Give Joe a call today at 435-577-2442. Good luck, Region 20 teams.
JT Steel is a custom steel fabricator. It all began with a $2,000 job in 1983, from large projects like the BYU baseball stadium to a customer that needs an angle with a couple holes. Owner and Garfield County Commissioner Jerry Taylor wishes all teams success.
Welcome back to state championship basketball here at Richfield High School. Coming back from a Zions Bank timeout. For big-time banking with a home team feel, Zions Bank is for you. Guys, Escalante's found a little bit of momentum, obviously scoring 3 points more than their 2 in the first quarter. How can they get things going a little bit here? Maybe close that deficit to possibly single digits going into halftime?
Yeah, I think you just got to stay confident in what has been working and trust that some of those open shots will start to fall.
Maisie misses a jumper, but Escalante will get their own rebound. Roberts almost gets it picked. They'll dish it down low. Nelson, she gets it stolen from her. Panguitch has got it. And it looks like they're going to call a foul against Escalante. It'll stay here with the Bobcats. That time it'll go against Raylan Roberts, who had the ball picked from her.
And the Bobcats playing defense just like they have all season, on the year averaging or allowing just under 35 points a game. So defense, nothing out of the ordinary here for the Bobcats.
But then the Escalante causes a turnover, and it looks like a foul is going to be called against Panguitch. That time it's going to go against Lily Torgerson, who just came into the game. All right, and now here comes Escalante. See if they can get something going on offense. Maisie, pump fakes. She'll slash, double teamed. Goes back, but she's going to be fouled on the jumper. And looks like she'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2 shots. So if you can't really get a live bucket, it seems like the free throw line is probably your best bet, as Maisie attempts her first, and it's no good. Hits about every part of the iron and then falls off. And now here's her second attempt. Cut it to an 11-point deficit, and doesn't get it to go. Panguitch has got it, and now they're in transition. Nelson almost got a steal. And now Bobcats are trying to get something going as they only have 2 points here in the second quarter. Tabitha, mid-range jumper, no good. And the rebound, it looks like it's going to stay here baseline with Panguitch.
And Escalante is a team that can defend as well. I mean, they only allow 42 points on the year. So they gave up 15 in the first quarter, but a good job to make adjustments by the Moquis and tighten up on the defensive end.
So Mallory Henry will come in for the Bobcats, as well as McKenna Owens. Katie Hatch open in the corner for 3. No good. Escalante will pull in the rebound. Just about 3.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Maisie, she'll take it. Cuts baseline, triple teamed, and she's going to be fouled once again on the shot. Maisie, she's seeing that not a lot of stuff is going down for her for field goal attempts, so she says, you know what, I'll take it to the free throw line now. This is her 3rd straight attempt.
Yeah, and sometimes free throws can be what opens up the rest of your offense. Just seeing the ball go through the basket can really spark the offense.
And yet she's 0 for 3 from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. You just got to see something go down.
I'll take the blame for that one for Escalante fans.
All right, and here comes her second attempt, and it's also no good. So now Maisie is 0 for 4. Here come the Bobcats in transition. And ball is picked up down low. Triple teamed is Lily Torgerson, and it's stolen away from Escalante. Stolen by Escalante. Now here come the Moquis. Dribble it down low. Nelson out in the corner. She's going to dish it off to Maisie, and it's going to be off of her leg back to the Bobcats. In comes in Carlisle. She'll sub into the game. Just under 3 minutes here in the second quarter. 17-5 is our score. Panguitch has controlled from beginning to right now. Torgerson looking around, finds Hatch. Hatch is going to drive, kick it out. Owens. Mallory's got it. She'll pass it over. Owens, opposite. Will cut down. Body's on the floor. Mallory fell down, hands it back to Owens. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5 now. Owens looking down. Mallory in the post. Turns around, spins, puts up the jumper, and it's good again. That's 2 shot clock buzzer beaters.
And that is a crazy good move from Mallory Henry, especially at this level. She goes one way, spins back the other, and then goes back the original way. So that is next level footwork on the post from Mallory Henry.
Griffin picks up her dribble on the other end, finds the basket, but goes right underneath the iron, finds nothing inside. Bobcats now control up 19-5 in transition. Into Hatch for the layup. It's good.
And that's where the Bobcats are at their best there, when they can get the rebound and just run out on the fast break.
Katie Hatch now has 4 in the quarter. Here comes Griffin. She just weaved her way through the entire defense, gets fouled close to the bucket, so now she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Here she is on her first attempt. In and out, no good.
At halftime, there'll be a special guest for the SUU halftime report.
All right, we're excited. Tune in to see who our special guest is.
Do you think the fans want to know who the special guest is, or should we keep them waiting?
We should keep them waiting.
We'll keep them waiting.
Maybe you give him a hint, Tyler.
Somebody important.
Oh, maybe. That sounds like a big deal.
Somebody that will produce a better halftime show than we would.
All right.
Hence the special guest.
Hence the special guest. It's not Usher, though. No halftime performance from Usher.
Escalante didn't make their free throws, didn't score on their possession. Panguitch tries to get something in transition. Ball is flying around. Hatch wide open underneath, and it's good to go. Now she has 6 here in the second quarter.
You see how fast the Panguitch offense can turn it on. They had 2 points in the quarter through the first 5.5 minutes, and now they have 6 in the last minute and a half, just like that.
And Escalante not able to convert. We're just under a minute now. Panguitch wide open in transition. Mallory doesn't get the layup to go. Katie says, I'll finish because I'm having a great quarter. She adds 2 more.
That's unselfish basketball from Mallory.
Wanted Hatch to get another rebound and basket.
She said,
maybe we'll count it as an assist. And shot no good that time by Nelson. Panguitch will control. Hatch got it down low. Now she'll take a pass. Finds a wide open teammate for the and one opportunity. And what a shot that time by, I believe, Tate Miller.
Haley Yardley.
Excuse me, Haley Yardley.
And that time Hatch, she had been the one doing the scoring. There she distributes a great pass underneath.
So Mallory Hatch has extended this lead for her Bobcats now as the free throw is good for Yardley. 28-5 now. Shot clock is off. Escalante just trying to get something going here.
Escalante scored the first 3 points of the quarter. Since it's been a 13-0 run from Panguitch.
Maisie Dunn, jumper no good. Third look at the basket, it's no good. Maisie gets her next look, fouled once again. Bodies are hitting the floor here in the first half. Yet nothing to show right now for the Moquis as they only have 5 points.
Yeah, and it's just been, not that the Moquis haven't been getting good shots, they're just not getting shots to fall here so far in the first half.
See if Maisie can get her first points from the free throw line, and she does. That makes it 1 for 5 now from the free throw line. Not the day you want to see from the charity stripe, the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, but Maisie gets the first one to go. Misses the second. Hatch in transition. 8 seconds left. Finds Owens. Kicks it back to Hatch. Hatch pump fakes. She'll take a mid-range jumper. Off the right side, no good. Escalante controls. And that'll do it for the first half. It's Panguitch 28 and Escalante 6. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Garcane Propane on TeamHive.live.
K&D Forest Products in Panguitch, Utah invite you to come visit them for all your building and log home needs. K&D would like to wish all teams success in the postseason. It's time for championship basketball, and Lamb Excavating, located in Orderville, Utah, wishes all teams the best of luck in the postseason. Lamb Excavating can help you with all of your excavation needs, from gravel to chip seal and any other excavating. No job is too big or too small. Give Darwin and the boys a call, 435-648-2318. Now let's play some ball.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, featuring arena events including ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Bren Hill. And the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
All of us. All right, welcome to the SUU halftime report. Come soar with us at suu.edu. Panguitch, just a minute. Let's get the cheerleaders on there, Aiden, we'll keep it on the cheerleaders here, and we'll be right back here for a halftime report in just a moment. We'll just keep a live mic here as the Panguitch cheerleaders do their routine. So, hey,
And welcome into the SUU halftime
I
report.
messed up, Nate. Sorry.
No worries. Panguitch is leading 28-6. Nate Thatcher alongside Dallin Richards and special guest Governor Spencer Cox. Welcome in, Governor.
Hey, Nate. It's great to be with you again, and really excited to be with you during halftime. Dallin, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we saw Panguitch was controlling for most of it. We saw Maisie Dunn was really trying to get things going for Escalante. She finally got her first bucket to go. And she's been we've talked about her pregame. She's a key part of this Escalante team, but so far only 1 point in the first half.
Look, we've got an incredible Panguitch team, obviously the 2 seed, right? But I have to talk about Maisie for a minute. I appreciate you bringing her up. So Maisie has not been playing basketball all week, unlike everybody else out there. Maisie's been in Washington, D.C. with a delegation from Utah, meeting with Senator Lee and testifying in front of the director of the Bureau of Land Management, the BLM, about how important grazing is and keeping our family ranches. And so she's been doing her civic duty, helping Utah to protect our lands out here. And so she's like, she just flew back, got off a plane, came down here to Richfield, suited up. And that's the thing about these young women who are here playing in rural Utah. They come right off the farm. They do so many other things. They're not just playing basketball, but they're the cheerleaders. They're in the music department. They're in student government. They're doing all of those things on both of these things. So I'm really proud of both of these teams from Garfield County here showing team spirit and working together. So,
you know, Governor, this is David Tabbs. Tabiona, it's a girls basketball team. Earlier in the game today, they didn't have cheerleaders, but it's because the cheerleaders are playing basketball. Now, if you go to the boys' game tonight, all those girls that are playing basketball are going to be cheerleading. So a lot of opportunity for these students out in our rural community.
It's unbelievable. I'm telling you that the rest of the world, look, people say there are disadvantages growing up in rural Utah. I grew up in a very small town, 1,200 people. I disagree with that. I believe that there are more opportunities in rural Utah, and that the country's hungry for what these kids are learning, right? They're getting a little bit of everything. They have a great community around them. And we've got some incredible players out here. Let's go ahead and look at the scoring. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the scoring for these girls.
Yeah, for sure. Katie Hatch was from Panguitch. She controlled all of the second quarter. She had 8 points, and Panguitch was balanced all in the first quarter. But she really led the way for them to extend this lead here in the first half. And like we've been mentioning, Escalante only with 6 points right now. Balanced, we have a few players with 2 points. Taylor Carlisle and Sonata Griffin both have 2, and then as we mentioned, Maisie Dutton has 1 point, as well as Ellie Nelson. Really good basketball today, though, overall. We talked about it earlier. This is a state tournament that not a lot of Utahns know about because we were talking about it. Not a lot of people hear about rural Utah a lot, and people like Maisie Dunn that do such incredible things. What's it been like today being able to watch this basketball tournament?
Yeah, so I've been able to watch on the men's side and the women's side, and just seeing the talent level out here. It's really elevated since I was at a 2A high school growing up in the 90s, and just it's fun because it brings out the entire community. You see everybody rallying together, and look, just with these two teams, you've got for the Bobcats, you've got the Henry cousins, right? First cousins.
Yeah.
You've got the Duttons on the other side, on the Escalante side, that are sisters. So you've got it's a family affair, right?
Yep.
And generational. I was talking to the mom of one of the Henry girls, and talking about when they were younger and playing. And so this is really cool stuff. It's kind of the best of Middle America, and I love being a part of it. There's no better. Like, to me, this is March Madness. I'd rather watch this than college basketball. It's the best stuff.
So here's something cool to think about. Not only players are generational, but coaches are generational. You got Coach Barney for the boys team. He played at Panguitch. Jessen played at Paiute. So it's not just the players that are generational. We got the coaches that are generational too.
Yeah, it's a family affair all around.
Yeah.
I learned that last year. I was like, oh my gosh, everyone here is related, and it's awesome. It's amazing.
Hey, Aiden, you had a question.
Yeah, and with that too, with the families and stuff, it's also fun in rural Utah be able to go to school with your families, with your cousins or your siblings growing up. I'm from Riverton, so a bigger high school where you don't see most of the people that you graduate with, let alone being able to be with your families all day, every day as well.
No, it's so true. Look, there were 110 people in my graduating class, and I was related to half of them. Right? My parents said, we're not sure you can marry anybody from Sanpete County because we're probably related. Fortunately, a family moved in about 40 years ago. It moved in when I was just after I was born, and that happened to be my wife's family. She was the first in her family born in Sanpete County, and we went to high school together, and we've been married now for 27 years. So life is really good, and we were high school sweethearts, and so not only do you get to hang out with your friends and your cousins, but you just might meet your future spouse.
Wow, that's amazing.
Now, in my case, it was the rivalry.
Oh, I know about this.
And I married a girl from Bryce Valley. That was unheard of.
Yeah, this was like Romeo and Juliet. It just tore the county apart.
In this game here, this is a good in-county rivalry. Escalante, Panguitch, Bryce Valley. They all grow up playing each other. A lot of these players have played together since the third grade. In organized basketball.
Yeah.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, played together, played against each other since they were kids. And again, obviously a 2 seed, Panguitch has the upper hand and had an amazing first half. But, this Panguitch team is really talented, not just in this sport. Again, you've got one of the Henry girls who won a state title in cross country and won the volleyball championship as well, and was the MVP of the volleyball tournament. So that's you got these multi-sport opportunities for these young women, and it's just so cool. It's going to make a difference in their lives.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, Governor Cox, for joining us.
Thanks for having me, you guys. Good luck in the second half. Enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Really appreciate it. This is 1aball.com.
As Utahns, we don't have to go far to find a bit of heaven. Historic Panguitch City, nestled in southern Utah's high plateaus, just 20 miles from Bryce Canyon National Park. Panguitch is a year-round celebration of heritage and outdoor culture.
At State Bank of Southern Utah, we're not just your bank, we're your partners in financial success. With personalized service and a commitment to your goals, we're here for you every step of the way. State Bank of Southern Utah, where relationships matter.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need. Bear Valley RV Park in Sinclair, conveniently at the junction of Highway 20 and 89. Large RV pull-throughs with full hookups. Rent a cabin, a sheep camp, a teepee for an unforgettable adventure. BearValleyRV.com.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all. Brown Brothers Construction offers a wide variety of construction and excavation services. We offer standard and decorative colored concrete to South Central Utah and Northern Arizona. We are excited to announce our concrete pumping service to Kane County, Utah and Coconino County, Arizona. We look forward to our next pour with you. Brown Brothers' success is a direct result of our dedicated and talented employees. If you're looking for a fun and fulfilling employment opportunity, join our team today. Everyone at Brown Brothers Construction wishes all athletes the best of luck in the postseason.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball on 1aball.com. This is Nate Thatcher alongside Dallin Richards, Tyler Gibb. Guys, we saw Panguitch go out to a commanding lead there in the second quarter, and Escalante only with 6 points here going into the second half.
Yeah, and it starts on that defensive end for Panguitch and getting out into the fast breaks, and Katie Hatch was the biggest factor into that and getting the most points off of most of her points off of fast breaks.
And the Moquis are able to not allow Panguitch to score, but they're going to turn it over themselves. Panguitch in another fast break opportunity. Wide open layup that time, no good by Braley Franson. Escalante controls. And let's see if the Moquis can sneak into the double-digit column here, as Carlisle's going to dish it back out. Roberts has got it on the wing. She's closely defended, picks up her dribble. Back over Griffin. Griffin will hand it over to her teammate, Ellie Nelson, who gets her second and third points of the game and her first bucket here of the second half.
Yeah, that was good ball movement there by the Moquis, finding the open spot in the Panguitch defense and then hitting the 15-foot jumper.
It's their first field goal since the 6:25 mark of the second quarter, so good to break that open.
Meanwhile, Tabitha Henry getting back to the usual routine. She now has 4 points, but it's her first bucket here in the third quarter.
I believe that's her first point since the first basket of the game.
It is. All right, and here comes Escalante. Carlisle's going to give it off. Now it's Ellie Nelson who just made the basket. She's going to try and double coverage. It's no good. Panguitch has got it. Tabitha, spin move. She'll go. Throw it to Mallory, and Mallory will miss the layup, and her cousin will convert it for her. Now she's got 4 in the quarter.
Again, a pseudo assist there for Mallory Henry as well. Almost like in an all-star game where you just throw it off the backboard to get the alley-oop.
Yeah, kind of Harlem Globetrotter style. Let's throw the assist off the rim. Yeah.
And we know that Mallory would rather make those. Normally she's almost guaranteed on those layups, but at least they've been able to finish on them.
And Owens can't make in transition, but cleaning up the boards is Tate Miller. She gets her second bucket of the game.
Panguitch just trying to set the school record for second chance points on the fast breaks.
And they're all coming on fast break opportunities. All right, Escalante now trying to get something going after they got an early bucket from Nelson. And that time Griffin will drive. It's no good. Panguitch once again, transition opportunity. Ball's ahead. Tabitha pulls it back and then puts up a tough shot in transition. And now looks like Escalante will take a timeout. We'll take it with him. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Windy Mesa Studio on TeamHype.live and KTTA 8.1.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball here at Richfield High School. That was our Zions Bank timeout. For game-winning banking, with a home team feel, Zions Bank is for you. All right, and Escalante now controls the basketball, down 36-8. Now, they have gotten 2 points here in the third quarter. Let's see if they can get a little bit more action on the offensive side of the ball. Here come the Moquis to set up their offense. And ball is tipped. It'll go out on Escalante and it'll come back with Panguitch. So not a lot of offensive movement right now for Escalante, and it seems like nothing's really changed there from the first half.
Yeah, and it can be tough, though, too, because you've got to be able to pass the ball well, and you can't be stationary against this Bobcats defense.
And now the Bobcats will turn it over, so not a lot of offensive rhythm for either team, although Panguitch is up by 28.
Oh, some quick math on your part there.
I know. I gotta think about it. As a communications major, it's like I gotta think about my math. All right, and the ball is tipped. Jump ball as bodies hit the floor, and it'll stay here with Escalante. Great defense that time by Tabitha, who's been putting on a show here in the third quarter. She's got 6.
And in the previous matchup between these two teams, Escalante scored 34 points. Maisie Dunton had 22, so she was successful in this matchup before. You have to think that Panguitch came out with a little bit of a better game plan to try to slow Dunton down, and they seem to be executing pretty well.
And like Governor Cox mentioned at halftime, Maisie was a little bit busy this week, which could attribute to her slow performance today, as Panguitch is able to pass around the rock a few times, and Tate Miller scores her second bucket. So it's been Tate Miller and Tabitha Henry for Panguitch here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and it's those fast break opportunities. Again, Bobcats wasting no time to get up the court and getting easy layups before the Moquis can set up their defense.
And Escalante now gets the bucket to go, and guess who it is? It's Maisie Dunton.
And we'll see if that shot can get her going, seeing one go into the basket.
Meanwhile, Tabitha Henry just continuing her dominance here in the third quarter. She's up to 8 points now in this quarter alone. And Escalante now moving the ball around. Tough shot that time by Roberts, but the putback by Maisie Dunton. Now she's got 4 here in the third. Panguitch in transition. Owens, pump fake. She'll get her second bucket to fall out, but guess who's there? It's Tabitha Henry once again.
And Tabitha, she's really like the only senior on this team. So she's experienced, she's been around, and the thing that's great about Tabitha is she does everything that she needs. She's not just a scorer, and she doesn't care about just her numbers in the scoring department, but she'll fill up the stat sheet with rebounds, assists, and everything else.
Three-pointer no good by McCall Dunton. Panguitch will set up their offense. There's Mallory Henry, another missed layup, and Maisie Dunton with the rebound. Maisie will take it up slowly. Looking for an offensive play call now. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Picks up her dribble. She'll hand it off. Carlisle's got it right wing. Dishes it down low. Kick out. Maisie for 3 thought about it. Now she'll drive. She'll shoot. She won't score, but she will be fouled. So now Maisie going back to the free throw line where she's only been 1 of 5 today. We'll see if she can change her luck here. So with Escalante down 42-12 after that miss by Maisie, what can they do, if this stays and they go to the consolation bracket? How do you move forward from a game like this to maybe try and get a win in that opposite bracket?
Yeah, I think you just got to find ways to have little wins throughout the end of this game here, whether it's finding a rhythm on the offensive end or pulling together more stops on the defensive end, but just find something that you can carry over to tomorrow that can hopefully add to some wins in the other bracket.
Another area is going to be free throws. They're 2 of 10 from the free throw line today. So if you're getting that many freebies and only converting on 20% of them, that's an area you've got to step up offensively.
Dunn having a rough game today, but Panguitch is moving around the rock. They'll dish it down low. Layup no good that time by Macy Franson, but it'll stay here with the Bobcats. Meanwhile, if you are Panguitch, you have a solid lead right now. On the opposite side, if this stays, they move on in the bracket as the 2 seed. How do you think they feel comfortable? We've seen Monument Valley. We've seen a lot of other good teams today. What do you think of Panguitch's chances as they move on in the tournament?
Yeah, I think it's the Panguitch defense that really gives them a chance to make a deep run here. It's hard to score against this Bobcats defense, and then it gets them out in transition for those easy layups.
3-pointer no good that time for Escalante. Panguitch once again in transition. Macy had another opportunity to lay up, but it'll be off her hands back to the Moquis.
And that's Tabitha running the break. We talked about it in the first half, but just how good she is at running the break and delivers a good pass. That time just in transition, Franson wasn't able to hang on, but she's so good keeping her eyes up.
Her spatial awareness is definitely on presentation today in transition. Macy Dunton for 3 off the backboard, no good. She's just trying to find something going from the field as Bobcats will control. Now we're under a minute here in the third quarter. Ball is flung around, and it'll go back to Escalante. So Bobcats have been turning the ball over a little bit, but you have to think that because of the lone senior Tabitha Henry's ability to score 10 points here in this third quarter is kind of what's kept them way ahead in this game.
Yeah, and it also plays into just how the type of turnovers you're having, too. A lot of the Bobcat turnovers have been dead ball turnovers where it's gone out of bounds, which doesn't let the Moquis get out on a fast break, and it lets you at least set your defense back up.
Bobcats passing around. Mallory on the perimeter. She'll pass it down low to Tabitha. She'll take a mid-range jumper off the back iron, no good. Moquis control, 30 seconds left, no shot clock. As Maisie will bring it up. She'll go right wing, cut it back inside, tries to get the ball out. She does. Roberts has it. She's up top. Tries to get it back to Macy, and instead she'll throw it into the bleachers. Bobcats control now with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, it was just a little miscommunication there for the Moquis. Dutton went for the back cut back towards the basket, and her teammates thought she was going to go back out towards the logo to reset the offense there, and ends up going out of bounds.
See Maisie Dunn go to the bench just absolutely exhausted. She's done everything she can to try and keep her team in this. And Bobcats passing around. 5 seconds to go now. Hatch down low. Tries to dish it around. Ball is tipped up, and that's where it will stay. 42-12 is our score as we head into the fourth. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon City on the TeamHive.live.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July. Keller Country Lodge boasts classic craftsmanship and unmatched comfort. Our exceptional hospitality and rustic decor make Canyon Country Lodge the perfect place to relax while experiencing the beauty of Escalante. Wishing the Moquis success.
Garcane Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.
Are you visiting the Escalante Slot Canyons, Calf Creek, or traveling Highway 12? Mark your GPS for Cotham's Phillips 66 and Subway Sandwich Shop for your supplies and fuel. Wishing the Escalante team success.
The Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch, where true cowboys, real cattlemen, locals, and city slickers gather for our famous homemade food. Big news, we are moving to a new location that includes a large banquet room to accommodate large parties and events. Come see us at the new Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch.
Welcome back to state championship basketball at Richfield High School. Nate Thatcher alongside Dallin Richards and Tyler Gibb. Haven't had an answer yet to our Fab Rats trivia question, so Dallin, why don't we give them a little hint here?
Yeah, so just to remind the question, what is Paul's uncle's name that lives in Havasu? His YouTube is Blank Old School Garage. It rhymes with the capital of Germany, Berlin.
Oh, okay. Maybe it has to do with a wizard of some kind. We'll see if someone can come and answer that. Panguitch not able to score on their opening possession of the last quarter. Meanwhile, Escalante will try to get things going with a Taylor Carlisle 3. That's no good. And a block shot that time by Tabitha Henry. Great defense that time by the lead scorer for the Bobcats. She'll move in transition, dish it down low, and there's a wide open layup for her first bucket. Macy Franson now with 2 on the game.
And that was a great dump-off pass there from Tabitha Henry there. Find Franson under the basket, and that's just how you draw up a fast break if you're looking to set up a fast break offense.
Here come the Moquis. Carlisle moving down, picks up her dribble, throws it behind the back shot. I don't know how to describe that. Kind of a no-look, kind of more like a horse shot, I guess you could say.
Hey, I bet she's practiced it a time or two in horse. We can't say that that's a bad shot unless we've actually seen her, miss that before. But I've never seen her miss that shot.
You never
until
know.
now. So maybe going forward we can say let's not try the behind the heading shot again.
In my opinion, the only bad shot is the shot you don't take. Because that's the only shot that doesn't have a chance of going in.
Famous Wayne Gretzky quote right there. Or Michael Scott, whoever you think made that original quote. And Hatch is up top. She'll dish it down to Tabitha. Back to Hatch. She'll take a Bryce Canyon City 3 off the backboard. No good. Bobcats control the rebound. Macy hands it off. Tabitha. Quick pass back down. But it's going to be off Macy's hands. It'll go back to Escalante.
Yeah, just a little too high there on the pass back to Macy Franson. Unable to corral it in, but it was a great play design and great cut by Franson. The pass, though, just a little too high.
Now the Moquis will control the basketball. Pass is down low. Dunton's got it. She'll pass it out to Maisie. Maisie will throw up a jumper. Hits back iron, no good. Bobcats controlling the rebound. Here comes Tabitha. She's going to push in transition. Dish it out to Macy for a deep 2, and Franson, now has 4. She's the sole scorer now for the Bobcats here on the 4th.
I was going to predict a Tabitha Henry assist on that drive.
I'm sure you were.
Once she gets it across midcourt, I'm mad at myself. You can just tell when Tabitha takes it on a fast break like that, something good is going to happen.
Oh, Tyler, I don't doubt your betting abilities, your prediction abilities. They're top notch.
Yeah, I can't actually claim that I just need to say it next time, just trust the gut. If it turns out bad, so be it.
Yardley will come back in for Panguitch. Macy Dunton's got it. She's going to turn around, throw up a jumper, back iron, no good. And it's going to be controlled by Bobcats at first, but then it was ripped from Lily Torgerson, and the Moquis score. Tabitha tries to get it going on the other end. It's no good. Bobcats get their own rebound, but it'll be tipped by the Moquis. And Tabitha will be taken out of the game. Most likely that will be the final time we see her today. Tyler, talk about her performance. What did you like about Tabitha on this young team as the sole senior?
Yeah, she really showed her poise. I'm a little disappointed she's checking out. We can't make any more predictions on her fast break opportunities going forward, but she's just the ultimate team player. It started with her creating opportunities for her teammates, and then we saw in the third quarter when it was her turn to score and take advantage of those opportunities, she did just that. And she's somebody that's capable of putting up a triple-double on any given night, and she showed why her all-around game is among the best in the state.
Yeah, a little bit of a quiet night for Mallory Henry on the opposite end. She had 8 points in the first half, but hasn't scored at all here in the second. But Tabitha's really carrying the load. And screen set by Dunton, and it's going to be a foul against Panguitch. All right, let's just say this. If you send in the word Merlin to uhsslive@gmail.com, you will probably get a free Fab Rats t-shirt.
If you're the first.
If you're the first. So you might as well just try it out, see if it works.
Might be worth a shot.
Yeah, it might be worth it. Prediction, if you send the word Merlin to uhsslive@gmail.com, do you think they win a free Fab Rats t-shirt?
I think if they do it by the 4-minute mark of this quarter, I think that they'll win a free t-shirt.
All right, let's see who can claim Tyler's prediction as Hatch tries to get a layup to go. It's no good. Bobcats control. Mid-range jumper. That won't go for Tate Miller. Escalante coming in transition. Coming in hot on the other end, Sonata Griffin. Griffin will pick it up, throw it back out to Maisie. Maisie's going to hand it off to Dunton. Back over to Maisie. She'll take a three, and nothing but air on the opposite side. It'll go to Panguitch. Stolen by Escalante. They're fighting for whatever they can get. Carlisle dishes it out. McCall, she'll go down, and she's going to be fouled by the Bobcats. So even though they're down 46-14, there's just no quit right now in this Moquis squad.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we were talking about in the third quarter, too, finding things that you can carry over into the consolation bracket tomorrow. And it starts with not giving up here today, getting those turnovers, and trying to get some more fast break opportunities for your offense.
And Griffin tried to inbound. Instead, it will be off the Bobcats, so she'll retry on the other end. This just in. Tyler's prediction was right.
Wow.
We have a winner. Dustin Kessler, you have won a free Fab Rats t-shirt. Head over to the Sevier Valley Center. Get your free Fab Rats t-shirt.
Dustin with the buzzer beater right before the 4-minute mark.
So do you get the assist on that?
I think I get the assist. Thank you, Dustin, for making that come true.
Dustin put Tyler on the board. He's on the board. He officially has an assist right now.
You better be heading to Vegas after this tournament.
Do you guys believe me now that I thought Tabitha was going to get an assist on that drive?
I didn't doubt you before, but I definitely don't now. As Hatch hit everything, backboard, score, but didn't go inside. Escalante will have the ball. If you haven't been listening to Tyler's calls these last 3 years, you just know the dude's lucky. He knows how to call some calls.
I haven't implemented very many predictions into my calling. Tony Romo normally does that. I've decided to stay away. I'm not quite like Tony when it comes to knowing the game that well. But, we can get lucky. Thank you, Dustin, for helping me get lucky every once in a while.
Maybe we should have you as our non-money related gambling insider, Just talk about some odds or something.
Predictions.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start placing a prediction time for when the Fab Rats answer comes in.
There we go.
Everybody will be waiting to send it in at the same time.
I like it. And Maisie's not able to get either shots to go down from the free throw line. Just a tough day, and especially after talking with Governor Cox about all of the amazing things Maisie's done. We talked about her pregame as a basketball player. She's really good. Clearly she wants to lead this team, but she hasn't been able to get her shot to fall. What's the key for her in the next game?
I think you just got to keep your confidence and keep shooting, trusting that you're not going to keep missing these shots that you've hit all year. It's just one of those nights where you're not getting the lucky bounces.
I think not traveling 5,000 miles the day before will probably help her as well. I mean, credit to her and coming out and being ready and fighting. It's just anybody. I mean, you look at the NBA schedule when they play back-to-backs and things like that. It's always tough for a team to go out there and switching 2 time zones for Maisie to come back and play.
Even we came to Richfield yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. And we've been off our game for a little while now, right?
3-pointer no good on the Bobcats' possession by Brooke Albrecht, but Escalante now has the ball. Foul will be against Clarity Edwards. She's now in for Panguitch as well. So both teams are going to be emptying their bench as Jillian Crystal will come in for the Moquis, subbing out Ellie Nelson.
And going back to Mallory Henry, we talked about her having a little bit of a slower day. This ties her season low points. I mean, she had 8 points, which is by all standards and for most people a fantastic day. And it's not that she played bad. It's just that just shows how consistent and how good she's been all year. This is only the 3rd game all year that she hasn't reached double figures. So you talk about Tabitha and how talented she is all around, and then you look at Mallory and how consistent she's been. This team has a dynamic duo that can compete with anybody.
Yeah, and I think that's another reason if you're a Bobcats fan, you can feel confident even after not up to par offensive game. You have the confidence that you can still make a run deep in the tournament because you've got a lot of players that they're still younger, aside from Tabitha Henry, but as Governor Cox was saying at halftime, they're still state champions in other sports too.
Panguitch has a rich history of being good and a winning tradition all around.
Let's see if they can move on farther than tomorrow as they're up 46-14 here in the first round. Yardley will pass it down low. And shot no good that time. She'll take another. Both shots not able to go for Madeline Albrecht. And now Escalante will come. Maisie Dunn still in the game with 2 minutes to go. And that time they're not able to convert as well. So we got another sub coming in. It'll be Kira Roberts, the sophomore, but it'll be after this upcoming timeout. We'll take it with them. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese on thive.live.
Sea Stop Pizza in Panguitch, Utah. Pizza for every taste bud. We have pizza, pasta, wings, salads, breadsticks, and many more delicious items. Go Bobcats from the Crofts family.
Regular exercise is an important part of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Elevate Fitness in Panguitch is a 7,000 square foot center that will offer weights, treadmills, as well as a turf area for classes. Follow us on our construction project on Facebook, Elevate Fitness.
Welcome back to state championship basketball at Richfield High School. That was our Zions Bank timeout. For banking that helps you stay in the game no matter where you are, Zions Bank is for you. All right, now 2 minutes left here in this opening round matchup between the Panguitch Bobcats and the Escalante Moquis. We're going to have some exciting matchups as these upper seeds move on in the tournament. Maisie Dunton there with the steal. It's a 3-on-1 opportunity. She passes it over, and it's good. Sonata Griffin now with her second bucket, but the first bucket for her team here in the fourth quarter. Turnover on Panguitch. It'll come back to the Moquis.
We've just seen a little too many scoring droughts from the Moquis today. That's something they'll have to just be a little bit more consistent going forward in the tournament, without going long stretches, without finding the bottom of the hoop.
Only 4 players scored today for Escalante as they try to get a few buckets to go, but they won't fall. Bobcats control. Let's see if they waste some clock or if they just run their offense. Albrecht, pass it over. Yardley got it down low. Madeline Albrecht loses it. As the Escalante tries to control, it looks like the feet of Kira Roberts were out of bounds. And it'll stay here with Panguitch. It just seemed like nothing was able to go right today for Escalante. And the nice thing about basketball is, hey, you've got another opportunity, a clean slate tomorrow.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can just put that in the rearview mirror and not look back at it and have a chance to go at it tomorrow. They'll face whoever ends up losing the 7-10 matchup next between Whitehorse and Valley, the winner obviously going on to play Panguitch tomorrow.
Clarity Edwards for 3 for Panguitch. As a deep 2 is good by Jillian Crystal. Perhaps the best shot of the day for Escalante comes in the final moments of the game.
And that's awesome to see, just the emotion and the joy that comes on that to get in the state tournament and to knock down a shot like that is awesome.
Maisie Dunton fights for a steal. Moving in transition, she'll cut to the basket, weave her way through, and she'll score a layup to go. And if there's any momentum going into the next game, I believe Escalante has found it as the clock will wind down, and that will do it. 49-20 is our final score as Panguitch will move on. We'll come back with the Ruby's Inn post-game report after this break. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com.